So, good day, everyone. Today, we are going to explore something very visual and exciting in mathematics. So, today, we're going to know how geometric diagrams helps us understand Pythagorean triples. So, before that, at the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to define a Pythagorean triple and explain the Pythagorean theorem. Second, interpret geometric visual models that represents Pythagorean triples. Third, describe how area, representation, and square on sides support the equation a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And fourth, the learners should be able to analyze examples of Pythagorean triples using visual models. And lastly, the learners should be able to demonstrate understanding through guided practice. So let's start. So many of you already know the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. So, but it's one thing to memorize a formula, right? And another to see exactly why it works. So today, we're going to use pictures, diagrams, and area models to reveal why the theorem always holds true. So before we dive into the to our visual, so let's quickly define a Pythagorean triple. So Pythagorean triple is a set of three whole numbers that can form a right triangle because they satisfy the equation a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, where c is our hypotenuse. So the geometric diagrams show how the areas of square on the legs equal the area of the square on the hypotenuse. So here is the figure of a right triangle. So this side, this letter C, side C, is our hypotenuse. Our leg A and leg B. Here is the big idea. Here, the Pythagorean theorem works because of area. So if we draw squares on each side of a right triangle, so the square on a side A is has area of A squared. So and the square on side B has area B squared. And also the square on side C, which is our hypotenuse, has area C squared. And this is amazing, right? The area of the square on the hypotenuse is always equal to the sum of the areas of the square on the legs. Later, I will show you some examples so that I can explain it more further. So for example number one, we have 3, 4, and 5. So let's look at our first Pythagorean triple, which is 3, 4, 5. So we start with the right triangle with the legs 3, 4, and our hypotenuse is 5. So look at the squares attached to each side. So for our A is 3 squared, and for our B is 4 squared, and for our letter C is 5 squared. So where the answer is A squared will become 9, and our B squared is equal to 16, and our C squared is 25. So the smaller squares, the one with the area 9 and the one with the area 16. So we combine it perfectly to match the large square area 25. So the diagram shows that 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So what's powerful here is how the shapes communicate the theorem. Instead of plugging into a calculator, you see why 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to 5 squared. So the area fits together like puzzle pieces, right? So for our next example number 2, we have 5, 12, and 13. So now let's move to slightly bigger Pythagorean triples. Just like the previous example, the triangle is right angled, right? So we attach the squares to each side. So our A is 5, our B is 12, and our C is 13. So we're going to square them. So 5 squared is equal to 25. So 12 squared is equal to 144. And the 13 squared is 169. Again, we visually compare. So once we add our side A and side B, it always come equal to our C, side C. So 25 plus 144 is 169. So this is our, so this triple is very common in real world application, especially in architecture and carpentry, right guys? So the diagram here shows the concept remains consistent. Even when the legs of the triangle become much longer, the relationship between the areas does not change. And the two square areas still add up perfectly to the hypotenuse. So, third example. So you can pause the video so that you can answer, you can try, and you can check if your answer is correct later of this video. So for our third example, we have 7, 24, and 25. So our side A is 7, our side B is 24, and our side C is 25. So for our third example, we are looking at much more stretched triangle. So let's check the areas. So the area of side A is 49, the area of side B is 24 squared, which is 576, and the area of 25 is 625. So in order to check this, we had to for we add to we have to add first the two areas. The two areas which is side A and side B. So 49 plus 576 is equal to 625. So this proves that the Pythagorean triples are perfect. So, what's beautiful about the geometric diagram? So, the beautification of this geometric diagram is that even when a triangle is long and narrow, like this one, like the third example, the Pythagorean relationship still holds perfectly. And also, this example shows that Pythagorean triples can vary widely in shape, but the theorem doesn't break. Am I correct? I hope. Kidding aside. Today, we saw how the Pythagorean theorem works and become easier to understand when we use visual models, right? First, why? Because square represent the areas a squared, b squared, and c squared. And the two small areas always fit together to make the large area. So geometric diagrams also give us a deeper understanding beyond the numbers. So and Pythagorean triples aren't just numerical coincidences, but they are geometric truths. And at the end of this, our visual exploration about Pythagorean triples, understanding math through pictures help us build intuition. And it it is not just memorization, right? That is why math is so amazing. I hope you enjoy my video, guys. Thank you. Goodbye.